Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in KITZUR HILCHOS SHABBOS. As we mentioned at the end of yesterday's shir, we're beginning today one of the bigger melachas, the bigger prohibited works that we're not allowed to do on Shabbos, called MELACHA's BORER, which is the melacha of separating, as we're going to see. It not only is going to encompass things that take place with food in the kitchen, but we will see that it's going to pretty much run the spectrum of many areas that we have in our daily activities on Shabbos, where the issur, the prohibition of BORER, is very likely to be trampled upon and violated if we're not aware of the way that this particular malacha is going to work. So he begins, Geder HaMalacha. What is the Geder? What's the outline, so to speak, of this malacha, of this prohibited work? Now remember, all of this is the malachas, the different types of tasks and jobs they were doing in the Beis HaMikdash. This is how they were making the bread. There's the show bread that they had to make, the lechem hapanim. So this is all within the realm of how they would make the process of the bread till they could get to the flour. And yesterday we spoke about winnowing. So after they winnowed the produce, so ukvar hifridu garinim min hamoitz ve'hakash, and they already separated the seeds from the chaff and from the straw. Derech livor hatzroiros ushab psoilos she'adayim muraven ima garinim. Now the next stage is that they would separate the rocks and sharp psoilos, other types of trash and extra things, dirt and shells and the like, that were still mixed in together with the seeds, because you don't want those. You want the seeds to be by themselves, without any rocks, without any dirt, without any shells, without any residue from something else. And the same thing is by beans. Once you remove the beans from their staffs, from the way that they grow, still some of the psoilis, some trash type of stuff is in there, whether it's going to be dirt, it's going to be rocks, it's going to be residue, all different things. And what would a person do? They would separate and they would remove all these psoilis, all of these extra additives, these extra things over here, that is not what a person wants. Again, the dirt and the rocks and the like, that's not fit for achila, not fit for eating, so that the beans themselves will be on their own and they'll be ready to be eaten. And the way in which they would separate all the psoilos, all of this extra stuff that was not wanted from either the seeds or the beans, is that they would put it into a sieve and they would sift out the bad stuff from the good stuff. All the psoilis, all of the bad stuff would fall down to the bottom. And the kidneys, the beans or the seeds, that would stay on top of the sieve. Benapa, like that's how it would work. And therefore, if you would take a sieve and you would separate, or a strainer, and you would separate the good from the bad, meaning I leave the beans that I want on the top and I get rid of the bad, that's called BORER. So that's issur deraisa over here of how you're going to end up doing BORER when you do it the way that it was done in the Beis HaMikdash with a sieve and the like. There's no difference whether you separate the psoilis, what you don't want, from the food, like at the time when you are removing the rocks from the seeds, or if you remove the food from the psoilis, you remove the food from the psoilis, from the stuff that you don't want. Like if you would remove the beans from the psoilis, from the stuff you don't want, that's also hakol nichla b'malacha. All of that is going to be included in the malacha of BORER. Now we're going to see the conditions, how we're going to do it later. Not only when it comes to produce, Nemar Melechas BORER, or those things that are similar to that, is called BORER. Anything where you are removing the food from the pseilis, what you want from what you don't want, or pseilis, or the hepach, or you're removing what you do want from what you don't want. Anything, any kind of two different types of objects, of items, is like when you are selecting from two types of things, you are transgressing this malach, and as we continue, says the KITZUR, we'll see more of these details. So the halacha begins in the preparation of food articles. However, as we're going to see, we go along, it is going to make it that any min v'min, any two types of items where you want one and you don't want the other, so one is considered the oichel, one is considered the food, the other one is the pseilis, is considered what you don't want, and therefore when you're removing one from the other, you are transgressing the violation over here of a BORER, of separating, of choosing one from the other, as we are going to see. Have a wonderful day.